Hello, folks. This is Sarah at Bangor Inc., and today we're going to be talking about retainage release as it relates to your project contract invoices. So in our previous videos, you'll have seen us go to the accounts receivable module, click on retainage there, and, add in our release, save and continue. It brings up all of your projects. And if you have to do mass release, you have a number of different projects in which you need to release retainage, this is still going to be the most efficient way for you to do that in the system. But let's say you are a subcontractor and you release retainage maybe on one or two projects a month, and you want to be able to print an invoice out of the system that looks the exact same as the printed document templates that you have for your progress billing. So you wanted to look like this, but you wanted to be your retainage release. So the problem with that, if you do it through accounts receivable, is that there are certain fields that cannot be accessed through accounts receivable that would need to be pulled onto a document template to show all of the retainage. So what you would do in that scenario is bill your retainage the exact same way through the exact same process that you've been using to generate your regular invoices. So go to projects, go to generate invoices. When you get in here, then you're going to hit the bullet for project contract. Hit project contract invoice. You have to put in a billing through date. I'm going to do 3/31. And then the project contract that I'm working with for this video is Dublin House. So put in all of that information, hit preview. It's going to pop up and look exactly the same as if you're doing a regular bill. You put in your next billing number, and you'll see your project contract lines down here. So I have billed 100% and I have 5% retainage held on this project contract. I want to release that now today. So I'm going to go all the way to the end here, and I'm going to, into my retainage to bill this period column, I'm going to put my amounts that I want to release. So 10,000 for line 1, 15,000 for line 2, and 22,500 for line 3. So I'd previously released 5%. I want to release the rest of it now. This retainage percent is pulling from the project contract line setup. So if I click over here to my project contract line, this is for my Dublin House. It's line number 1 for concrete. And I have a retainage percent of 10 in here, which pulls through to the billing screen. So unless that's zeroed out, you're going to see that 10% here on your billing screen. So you want to make sure that you're zeroing that out, or you're going to hold retainage on the retainage that you're trying to release, which you don't want. So we're putting our retainage to bill this period in this column, zeroing out the retainage percentage, and my net to bill is 47,500. Perfect. I am going to create that invoice. That has created successfully. That's great. So if your columns, when you went into billing that project contract, didn't kind of flow the way you wanted them to, you would then go to your display options down here to your choose project contract fields and make sure that you have on the ones that you need on, and then you can also move them around so that they make the most sense. So retainage to bill this period and retainage percent were two that I specifically looked at there, and I wanted them to be at the end. So let's say yours are at the start or something like that, then you need to move them around. You just put your cursor over those 3 little lines and you move it around whatever way makes sense so that it appears correctly when you go to bill for your retainage. So the display is how you would do that. Now, if I go into my projects and under invoices, I'm going to click view, and I'm going to view that project contract invoice that I just created and show you that it has my original contract sum, 950,000. There's 0 retainage held now because I have released it 100%. My less previous certificates for payment is 902,500, and my current payment due 47,500 with no balance to finish. So that's how I wanted that to look. So I did have to do my retainage billing through the projects module. So like I said, if you're mass releasing retainage, then your best bet is probably going to be to do that through accounts receivable, because the process of doing it through projects is going to take a little bit longer. But if you needed to appear on a progress bill, just like you're doing your other ones, then you're going to have to do it through the projects module. So I hope that all makes sense, and I hope that is helpful. As always, like and subscribe. Thanks very much.